To the library. Hello, hello, oh no! That was an impressively long stream you had earlier today.
How long ago did he start playing Mass Effect 2?
He,
This morning?
not sure about that, but when I logged on, it was before we went to the park. So, 3, and he finished within the last hour.
Wow.
So, started this afternoon, yep. Ooh, important glowy thing. 5.75 hours. It's impressive. If I didn't have children.
Did you get the good ending?
We must collect the index before we can activate the installation.
Or
Welcome in, Jared.
how many people died?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's so creepy. Like, it just really is off-putting how he just...
Right.
the whole time. He lost no one.
So that's a good run.
Mm-hmm. Man, the human ones are so creepy. Kolo did every loyalty mission and did every upgrade.
Very cool.
Completionist. It's kind of one of those games where if you don't do all the things, you feel guilty about it.
For sure.
Well, hello. He also did a lot of the game off stream, is what he was saying. Oh my goodness, this must be disgusting. Can you imagine how bad this soup must stink inside and out? It's such a long level.
Yeah.
Puzzling. You have such ineffective weapons to combat the flood, despite the containment protocol.
Hello says he was watching a friend who's a full-time content creator, and he was talking about how when he's playing games, he might as well stream them. Yep. Same. I mean, I really enjoyed talking with everybody, but you know, there's plenty of times where it's like I should just stream it, and if people talk, great, and if they don't, okay.
Right. That'll probably last for 10 seconds.
The amount of time it takes you to get back out of the hole,
Yeah.
worth it. Yeah, I wish that I was able to interact more. Like, it's the same sort of thing on, like, Challenges stream. Like, I really like being able to get into a conversation with them and being active in chat. It's what's really cool. But, yes, good point. It does come with time and more viewers. Alternate universe Hannah with no children would be in chat all the time. Poof.
This is one of 3 elevator rides. But
Playing through this the first time and seeing that in the corner, wait, it gets worse.
yeah,
What? No.
and it does. I mean, the doors take longer. You have to defend the door. You know.
Has caused a failure in the drone control subsystem.
Yeah,
I must reset the
I don't
battery.
need that.
Please continue on. I will rejoin you when I've completed my task.
That's really cool.
Yeah, a schedule would be a good thing. It's kind of difficult for me to adhere to a single schedule because like sometimes other people are streaming something big and I don't want to have people torn between my stream and somebody else's, and I know that that's not necessarily right, but you know,
You still advertise within a community, and messing with people, other people's stuff is, you know, it's not something anybody wants to do.
yeah. So that's why I try not to stream on like, usually don't try to stream on like Saturdays or Fridays, depending on how much people are like, yeah, I'm gonna be participating in Ball and Chain Community Night or, you know, something like that. Game sound is loud today. Interesting. Alright, keep pause.
Wait. You're moving the mouse.
Oh,
It
I
takes
am.
away my controls.
Gotcha. I am overpowered. Oh, gracious. Yeah, that is loud. It fixed itself. I'm surprised. What did he say?
I am a genius.
Oh,
What do you think he said?
I don't know. Something about genes. I'm like, those don't exist here.
Don't they? Those are genes.
Looks like armor to me.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Ball and Chain. They since I participate in 2 of their nights already. It's like, when do I make time for myself, sort of thing. I mean, Monday Mayhem is kind of its own thing where it's like I'm playing with them, but it's not about them, if that makes sense, you know. So it's kind of our own individual streams. We just happen to be in the same area at the same time. So
Please wait here.
no.
Whatever.
The other thing is, like, I have, oh, look at them all. I have, like, a couple of puzzle games that I want to play, but they're all, the runtime is usually between 3 and 5 hours. And so it's like, I want to be able to do it in one sitting, but coming to terms with the fact that I probably can't, you know?
I mean, doing it in one go, I mean, that's pretty long for most people to really pay attention.
3 hours.
Yeah. Well, like 4 hours. I don't know. But I don't watch people play for 4 hours, so I'm not really good.
So do the Flood use their hosts to reproduce, or
I guess it depends.
I don't know. I mean, like, they take control of them, and then when those grenade ones pop, more come out. Willow's friend did a 13-hour stream.
Yikes.
I mean, as a streamer, I can see, you know, just playing as long as you want, and people come and go as they please.
Yeah.
Your environment will serve you well when the flood begins to alter the atmosphere. You are
It's so creepy, just the ambience and the way that he's just like, oh, good for you. Look what you did. It's like, I had nothing to do with that. They're gonna do what now? How would they alter the atmosphere, though? That's another interesting thing, because we were talking about the whole oxygen versus methane creatures. What does the Flood change it to?
Right.
Olo also says the only reason his friend stopped is because the camera and internet were failing. There are some people that stream for like
Mr. Beast.
25 hours.
He does long streams sometimes. Just for the lulls. It's not a terminal.
Yeah, 24-hour streams for charity sound like fun. I think I'd run out of activities though. Like,
There's plenty of games.
yeah, but like a lot of those charity streams, they have like benchmarks and stuff, and people are on camera and doing certain things to each other.
Mm.
And I feel like I'd run out of things to say or to, you know, people start playing games, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like I would have to be in a hyper entertainment mode because I'm like doing something for somebody else.
Yeah. It's definitely good to have those things planned out.
That's not creepy at all. Just a sudden swarm in the hallway. Oh gosh. The squishy sounds sure don't help.
Yeah. I've always found it.
Can you go back to that guy on the wall?
Sure. Oh,
Boy, they like shriveled him up good.
well, that's an elite without a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never noticed that before.
Yeah, so I mean, you know that their heads kind of fall off to the side, right?
I mean, kind of.
Okay. So next time you're around an elite that still has its head,
Uh huh.
take a good look at it. It's real creepy. Because I didn't realize it either, because I'm always focused on that big claw-looking hand.
Mm.
But yeah, their head doesn't have a helmet, and it just kind of lolls off to the side. You see that thing draped over its back?
No.
Okay, when it's standing up. I'll try and point it out before you kill it. Squish, squish, squish.
Squelch.
No, too late. There'll be more, I'm sure.
Nah, this game's about the Covenant.
Totally.
But it's simply too dangerous to release. Of course, Shackles were accurate in the past catastrophic
So at least he acknowledges it. It's like, yeah, keeping the flood might have been a stupid idea.
The installation was specifically built to study and contain the
Okay.
so that
Is that a human one? Yeah, it's a human one. Never mind.
so that some of them survive to reproduce.
I think he was gonna get back up. Yeah. So if you can On his right, our left, draped over his shoulder, is the elite's head.
Oh, yes, I've seen that.
Yeah. It's like, I could have sworn that we talked about this once before.
Yeah. No, we did. It's just, I didn't realize what you were talking about until you, I was like, oh yeah.
Olo says the flood reminds him of husks.
Yeah. It felt like the same trope.
Oh, hello. He's just happily going about his job.
He's super lonely though.
Yeah,
If you watch the terminals, he just got like super lonely for some reason.
yeah. Well, it
I mean, he's
seems
a
like
robot, so it doesn't quite make sense, but he is an AI, so.
Yeah. That's kind of the vibe that I was getting this time. Because, you know, he's just kind of, I'm doing my job, and then he's like, I have someone to talk to. Let's just chat, you know?
Yeah. Because right now he's like super friendly because,
People!
well, he thinks that we have the same objective as him,
Right,
but we don't even know what the objective really is.
yeah. Just that he's killing them and we want them dead, so
Yeah.
follow that guy. Olo does point out that the whole husk trope thing, Halo had it first, so...
Oh yeah, for sure. But it became a trope because it's like space zombies, because of, you know, a virus or a magic or something, you know, I don't know.
Virus, magic, bacteria, yeast, and mold, and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Magic bacteria yeast. That grew on a virus. If you do come to those terminals and we can watch those videos, I'd be down. Like,
There's like 2 hours worth of content
oh jeez.
overall, like over the 4 games.
Still, having some of the lore for
Oh,
those
yeah.
of us who haven't seen it is really
It's
cool.
really cool.
I really enjoy it. I mean, we had them watch all the videos on what's it called? The Time Game, Quantum Break.
Oh yeah.
And they enjoyed those, and I enjoy those too. It's like, I'd be down. We ain't speed runners.
No, not at all. What those speedrunners can do in this game is just insane, though.
Jared says Quantum Break was really enjoyable.
Yeah. It's definitely one of my favorite stories. It's funny because it kind of just like encapsulates a lot of like Star Trek vibes into it. So it's just you don't have to watch a bunch of crappy episodes to get to the good ones. What?
No filler.
There's bad episodes of Star Trek? Yes. I kind of want to watch Deep Space Nine because I watched it as a kid, but like I didn't really get it. I wanted to see like ship battles and stuff, but like, and I thought it'd be cool to see a station defend itself, and they did probably at the beginning and end of each season, you know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like.
Olo says that Deep Space Nine and TOS are nearly unwatchable for him.
TOS.
wasn't a trekker.
TOS. TNS?
TOS.
TNG?
TOS.
TOS. Let me think. Don't tell me the answer.
Oh. You won't get it.
Wait. What's the first word?
The.
Okay. just double checking. Now I'll have to guess 2 words. TOS. Is it a Star Trek show?
No.
Okay. Well then.
It's the original series.
Oh.
Yeah, I never would have gotten that. I'm like trying to think of titles.
Will deactivate when we reach the ground floor.
Yeah, I watched a few of the old ones, but they're definitely old. Voyager is by far my favorite. That's the one I grew up on. I watched some Next Generation, but it wasn't airing when I started watching Star Trek.
Gotcha.
But Voyager was.
Yeah.
So I think I watched from season 3 all the way to the end religiously every week, reruns or not. I was just trying to watch the first episode because I'd never seen the first episode until maybe a couple years ago.
Your organic food renders you
Sorry, the last like 3 words I was listening to him. What's he called?
the installation.
The monitor.
The flood is spreading. We must
No,
hurry.
his name. Regret.
343 Guilty Spark.
Guilty Spark. That's it.
Yeah.
TNG is the Next Generation as well. What I was
Yeah.
saying. TOS and TAS are the original ones with Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, etc.
I watched all the movies religiously as well.
And cognitive capability isn't
Like the 6 movies. Well, 7 movies. 6.5. I mean,
Plenty.
it was mostly the Next Generation and Generations.
splendid, shall we?
So is this the one like that the warping right there is what you want to know what he was talking about between the two, because he was like, which means that anything with a, you know,
Yeah.
My
be so
usefulness
cool.
to this particular endeavor has come to an end. Protocol does not allow units with my classification to perform a task as important as the reunification of
I'm sure it's in a book, but
that final step is
I haven't read a lot of them.
sorry, I'm like, I'm like really interested in what's happening.
Sorry.
Because like I want to listen to you, but
No,
this
I
is
get it.
passing.
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, really?
Cortana.
I've spent the last 12 hours cooped up in here watching you toady about, helping that thing get set to slit our throats.
Hold on now. He's a friend.
Oh, I didn't realize. He's your pal, is he? Your chum? Do you have any idea what that bastard almost made you do?
Yes. Activate Halo's defenses and destroy the flood, which is why we brought the index to the control center.
You mean this?
A construct in the core? That is absolutely unacceptable.
Sod off.
What impertinence! I shall purge you at once.
You sure that's a good idea?
How dare you? Oh,
Do what? I have the index. You can just float and sputter.
Enough! The flood is spreading. If we activate Halo's defenses, we can wipe them out.
You have no idea how this ring works, do you? Why the Forerunners built it? Halo doesn't kill Flood. It kills their food. Humans, Covenant, whatever. We're all equally edible. The only way to stop the Flood is to starve them to death. And that's exactly what Halo is designed to do. Wipe the galaxy clean of all sentient life. You don't believe me? Ask him.
You've been keeping secrets?
more or less. Technically, this installation's pulse has a maximum effective radius of 25,000 light years. But once the others follow suit, this galaxy will be quite devoid of life. Or at least any life with sufficient biomass to sustain the flood.
When he says others, it just like, it's a little clue, you know?
Yep.
Left out that little detail, did he?
We have followed outbreak containment procedure to the letter. You were with me each step of the way as we managed this crisis.
Chief, I'm picking up movement.
Why would you hesitate to do what you've already done?
We need to go right now.
Last time you asked me if it were my choice, would I do it? Having had considerable time to ponder your question, my answer is not changed. There is no choice.
Last
We
time?
must activate the ring.
Who does he think we are?
Us.
A reclaimer.
out
I
of
mean,
here.
Like,
he's talking about us as a species.
oh,
He switches between it,
gotcha.
between present and the present Master Chief and then the species. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
Not going to happen.
So be it. Save his head. Dispose of the rest.
Because I can't remember if it was the Forerunners
That built it, or the
that set
were
the rings off
reclaimer?
last time.
Gotcha. My guess is it wouldn't have been because then the Covenant wouldn't have known about it. You know? I don't know. Maybe they would. Who knows?
We can't let the monitor activate Halo. We have to stop it.
Olo
We
did
have
say
to
a while ago
destroy
that he
Halo.
thinks that Mass Effect 3 did it really well with the husks, where you can really see in the perversion from the normal form of different
An explosion
species.
of sufficient size will help destabilize the ring and will cut through a number of primary systems. We need to trigger a detonation on a large scale, however. A starship's fusion reactors going critical would do the job. I'm going to search what's left of the Covenant BattleNet to see if I can locate the Pillar of Autumn's crash site. If the ship's fusion reactors are still relatively intact, we can use them to destroy Halo.
It still seems odd to me that it's like the Halos will wipe out the food of the Flood, but
The Flood don't die.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, I guess they go into hibernation or something.
Machinery in these
Mhm.
panels are Halo's primary firing mechanisms. They consist of 3 phase pulse generators that amplify Halo's signal.
Oops.
Yeah, I missed that.
I guess if it truly is viral, it's harder to grasp it because they're actually little things that you see going around. But like if it were viral, there really is no way to wipe out a virus.
Mm-hmm.
Machinery in these
So.
canyons are Halo's primary firing mechanisms. They consist of 3 phase pulse generators that amplify Halo's signal and allow it to fire deep into space. The power levels are enormous. I can't even begin to calculate the pulse's range. So, if we damage or destroy these generators,
What?
I don't think you're supposed to go down there.
No, I am supposed to go down there. I just hate killing everything, going back and forth and back.
in case the monitor or his sentinels
Try
find a
this
way
again.
to activate Halo's final
But if you
weapon
jump down
without
3
failure.
levels and then
Yeah, I can jump down a
Machinery
couple
in these
levels and then
canyons
go
are Halo's
over.
primary firing mechanisms. They consist of 3
Since
phase
it
pulse
really
generators
doesn't want
that
you to skip
amplify
all
Halo's
of it.
signal and allow it to fire
Yeah.
into space. The power levels are enormous. I can't even begin to calculate the pulse's range. So, if we damage or destroy these generators, the monitor will need to repair them before Halo can be used. That should buy us some time. I'm marking the location of the nearest pulse generator with a nav pointer. We need to move in and neutralize the device.
so the naming of these monitors,
We should
like
commandeer one of those banshees. We'll need it to reach the pulse generator in time.
okay, Cortana. Like Guilty Spark and Wandering Sentry and stuff like that. Is there lore behind why they were named that?
I think they chose their own names. I'm not sure.
Hmm. If that is the case, they all seem quite aware of how lonely their job will be.
Right.
That's the pulse generator. Objective accomplished. The pulse generator is overloaded. Generator's central core is offline. Well done. The second pulse generator is located in the adjacent canyon. Move out and I'll mark the target with a nav point when we get closer.
No. What? I'm thinking of the wrong spot. It's okay.
It's all good. We're all good.
Head through that door. That's the way to the next pen.
Love the music. Punch it.
I had reflexively hit the X button to reload.
It's funny to me the way that the elites yell, because they're just, you know, they're lying on the ground, not moving, and
Well, maybe they have really big lungs, and all of their air goes in it and through their voice box.
very forcibly. That's the only thing. I mean, I get that they're probably in a lot of pain and everything.
I don't know
But
if this helps if I go. No, it's not going to help.
I just feel like if I were lying on the ground dying, even if I were in a bunch of pain and I knew I was gonna die,
Yeah.
I think, I'm not sure, but I think I would be a little bit more quiet about it. You know?
Maybe.
Maybe that's just me personally though, because like giving birth, I wasn't like screaming. I mean,
Yeah. It's
we've,
very
we've
funny.
heard people screaming.
It's very funny to like watch movies where they're screaming, and I'm sure different people manage it different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But
It takes-
it's just like they yell and they scream, and it's like, I don't believe you're actually in pain.
It's like
There
when
goes all
you're
my health.
when you're in that much pain, from my experience, like it takes a lot of energy to scream, you know. And so when you're in that much pain, you're like focusing on trying to stay alive and trying to bear through it rather than screaming. But maybe screaming is some people's coping mechanism.
Yeah. I don't understand, but that's okay. I don't want to have kids.
Too late.
Not like that.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would not want to bear the children.
Gosh.
Look at your little nest of grenades.
No, he keeps rocket launching me.
Yeah, but when you die, all your grenades fall out of your non-existent pockets. They fall off your belt loop, and they all just kind of in a little cluster next to your body. Olo says that screaming is definitely his coping mechanism when dealing with people on the phone. See, that is different, though. Anger and exasperation, screaming and yelling, absolutely, I understand that. Because getting loud about something is an expression of that anger and a way to vent that. But pain, like physical pain, I feel like screaming isn't.
Son of a...
It's so strange because he's not like even looking at you, and it's like
And he's just like ready to go.
hello. Olo says that he's pretty sure his neighbors have learned that the F word is his favorite word.
It's about to become my favorite word if I die again from a rocket launcher.
What if it's not by the rocket launcher? God, there's so freaking many. Don't let too many pop on you. He made it! Olo says his second favorite word is the B word. How many Karens a day do you have to deal with, Olo? What would you say?
What would you say you do here?
Also, what is a male Karen?
A Chad, I believe. Is that what it is?
Isn't that like a jock? Like a stuck-up jock?
Isn't that what a Karen is? Just-
No, Karen's a bit. A male Karen is a Richard. A dick.
Yeah. That works.
I wouldn't have guessed that, but it kind of makes sense.
Yep.
Sometimes Kevin. What do you want, Kevin? Haha, I was right. Chad is an entitled jock.
Okay.
Okay, let's take care of the next pulse generator.
Why fight the good fight when you can just cruise right by it?
There we go. Well, I need this ammo, I think. This, and then we're gonna keep going.
But not in the invincible Warthog? Well, you don't have guns on the Warthog, I guess.
Right. If it was, yeah, if it was, co-op,
Mhm.
probably. But then again, I also don't have to deal with, sorry.
No, you're fine. It's just how quiet the hunters are and how unintimidating they are when you're in a vehicle.
Where's the... Not the Wraiths. I need the, Banshees. Is it right here? There they are.
Olo says he deals with a Karen/Richard probably 2 to 3 times a day.
No!
The problem he has is he's a trained fixer for their case database, so he sees a lot of stupid basic errors from people making mistakes.
Yep.
Kaboom!
I didn't know this for years, but on the other side there's a door. You can get up it and there's an elevator and you come out of that door right there and you can get it on those Banshees to get over here.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. They make it really impossible to completely lose.
Hmm. recalling my first playthrough, my vehicles were like basically dead by the time I got to my destination.
That did it. The pulse generator overloaded. More to go.
I survived. There we go.
I've located the Pillar of Autumn. She put down 1,200 kilometers upspin. Energy readings show her fusion reactors are still powered up. That tunnel leads to the next section of canyon. The final pulse generator we need to destroy is through there.
They're all so little. I do not envy you, Olo. Dealing with patients' families is hard enough if you have people that are coming to you strictly with problems. Ugh, I can only imagine. Decide not to play with what gang? And welcome in, by the way, Faceplant.
This used to work.
Just clipping through.
Yeah.
Darn.
There we go.
It is Sunday, not Monday, if that's what you're thinking, Faceplant. Mayhem is tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll try one more time.
Valheim.
Yeah, this isn't gonna happen.
Too bad. What if you switch it to the old one?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Darn.
Nah.
It looked like Play-Doh.
And I went the wrong way.
I agree. When everybody's playing it, it's not the same. It's not as fun. Although, I don't even know what Valheim is. Valheim? I keep thinking back to what he said, where they alter the atmosphere, and I'm thinking, in the scenes with Gravemind, like, he breathes out the green gas, doesn't he?
The green gas.
Doesn't he? He, like, has a greenish gas come out when he's talking. It's been so long since I played 3 that I don't remember.
Gotcha.
I feel like not that many humans touch down as we're facing, you know?
Almost out of ammo.
Unless they can repossess the ones that have already been shot.
What was it? Halo 2 they could? If you blew up the flood, the, what do you call them? The little bug ones?
Mm-hmm.
If you kill that out of their face, then another one can take over.
Oh, yeah.
I think maybe 2 or 3.
Are you occupying that face hole? Nah, go ahead. Cheers, mate. Faceplant had suggested the green gas that I'm thinking I remember as halitosis. And Olo says, I don't like the idea of Gravemind halitosis. I mean, they already look pretty gross as it is. But really though, like with them altering the environment, is it just because they breathe out something else that isn't oxygen? And if they possess all of organic life, and they're all breathing out whatever they breathe out. I don't know.
So it came out of here.
Got your little ping arrow.
Yeah, I need to find a banshee. Oh, maybe no. Or do I need to go up here, over here, to get a banshee? Probably.
Didn't you pass some banshees? Like
No,
at the
I got
beginning?
these ghosts.
There's a banshee. No, never mind, that's the turret. There's the banshees, okay.
We made it, everybody.
Olo asks, why would flood exhale oxygen? They're not plant, correct? Nope, they're not.
No, they're... What are they? They're not a virus.
Are they some type of mold? Like sentient mold? They're already dead, babe. They're already dead. Jerk.
This one's the easiest one, I think. No, there's things in here.
All you have to do is stand in it?
Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
Because your shields do it.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So you just have to have shields.
Let's find a ride and get to the captain.
No, that'll take too long.
You have a better idea?
There's a teleportation grid that runs throughout Halo. That's how the monitor moves about so quickly. I learned how to tap into the grid when I was in the control center. Unfortunately, each jump requires a rather consequential expenditure of energy.
Something tells me I'm not gonna like this.
But I'm pretty sure I can pull it from your suit without permanently damaging your shields. Needless to say, I think we should only try this once.
Do it.
Well, apparently somebody won the Super Bowl.
People win Super Bowls?
They do.
Yes to both Olo and Faceplant. We exhale carbon dioxide, but because we don't use all of the oxygen that we inhale, we also technically exhale some oxygen as well.
So
That's
I
why-
could, if we were trapped underwater, I could breathe into your mouth and you could breathe into mine.
They found the
How
flood.
many times?
They were too late.
Well, I don't know. But it's why CPR works. Why you breathe into somebody. Because there is some oxygen in what you're breathing out.
How long before we die?
Plug your nose and breathe in my face.
No.
He's alive, and the implants are intact. There's some interference from the cruiser's damaged reactor. I'll bring us in as close as I can.
Whee!
Oh, I see. The coordinate data needs to be... Right. Sorry. Captain? Captain? I've lost him.
So we were trying to practice a clipping thing before we started stream, and I saw that if you shoot the grunt, just its rebreather,
Mhm.
it's a one shot. It was a pretty cool detail to me, where it's like, yeah, you shoot that off and he's gonna die. So
Yeah, this one was interesting.
what is that?
Oops.
Oh, it's the shield.
Oh, I need the other dude to make it work. The guy I killed that didn't have any arms.
Mm-hmm.
There's a cheese there too.
Analyzing damage.
Wee.
This was sad. I didn't hear what she said when I first played the level,
Mm-hmm.
so I was wandering around the ship and not wanting to jump out forever.
Well, I wouldn't have either.
Let's get out of here and find another way back aboard the ship.
Hello has a theoretical question. If you could design an extra organ for humanity, what would it be and where in the body would it be?
Ooh, that's a good question. I like that question.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not practical, but having gills might be cool
Yeah,
as a backup system.
yeah. I'm just trying to think, because it's like, what would be universally beneficial to people?
Mm-hmm. And something, I mean, like, something that wouldn't be like as a backup for something that people who drink alcohol are gonna lose their liver.
Yeah, and they
And-
have an increased cancer risk and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So it's like something that a perfectly healthy person would benefit from, you know.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Head this way, towards the ship's gravity load.
Something that can produce stem cells.
Oh, goodbye, everybody.
Did more
Yeah.
damage. Analyzing.
Faceplant says remove one lung, install compressed O2
Reactor's
canister.
already gone critical.
Or solar panels.
That would be interesting though, like to have like be able to generate some food for a certain period of time, like plants do.
Mm-hmm. I don't like the visual of this, but like, what if body hair were like some sort of plant life that would not only keep you warm but also produce energy and oxygen.
And you could tell like maybe Ivy what to do. Just
Commune with the plants, because I am the plants.
I am the plant.
Power source detected. There's the gravity. It's still operational.
I'm trying to
That's
think
our
of
way
something
back
that wouldn't
in.
be mechanical. Faceplant's also saying like Bluetooth, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like in a purely organic sense. I mean, some sort of organ that might be able to amplify certain brain waves to where you could do psychokinesis or telekinesis.
Mm-hmm.
Might be cool. And then we just
Should be
have to
able
have
get
bigger
into the
heads.
ship's control room.
I mean, being able to maybe show off,
The Covenant battle net is a
or
mess.
share like
Access to
electrical
schematics.
signals
My
somehow,
records indicate that a
Mhm.
shuttle
so you
is
can communicate
here.
without. Come on. Sorry, I'm playing.
No, you're fine.
I'm not smart while I play.
Look in the corners. The flood are gathering bodies here.
Over there.
I wouldn't have come to that conclusion just by looking at that. I would have thought it was like someone threw a grenade and everyone died right there.
Right.
You gotta have like a stack. So like electrical signals, would you have to be in physical contact with the person?
Yeah. But then we could tap into that
So it's
with
like,
computers, so we would get that.
oh, okay.
We could tap into that. I mean, we already have it inside, but like inside our brains, like is how it works. But
you can't like glean that from anything.
yeah, unless you want to cut a hole in the head and put a thing in it, like
Even
Elon
then,
Musk
though, like you
is
can,
suggesting.
yeah, but even then, you're just tracking the electrical signals. It doesn't make sense of what it's actually doing, like as
Right.
far as thought and feelings go. Faceplant says he'd like the hands from the Ghost in the Shell anime. Super typing. Olo says he would create a pouch that connects to the esophagus next to the stomach that creates an antimicrobial / antibacterial pH mistral liquid to which you could swallow and store small precious items.
Swallow and store. Then people would just cut you open there to try.
Yeah, that was my first thing. It's like, oh, murder rate's gonna go up. And
Murder?
Lots of slit throats. For because then, I mean, it would probably be safe to assume that everyone's storing something,
Right.
and it'd be valuable.
Social security card, whatever. I mean, I know there's things inside pockets. And that doesn't cause any issues. So it'd be an interesting problem. An interesting thing to see how people
I guess it would just,
would handle that. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
assuming death at all, but it's like, I wouldn't want to get stitches anytime I got robbed.
yeah. But I guess you do bring up a good point. It's like, just because somebody does have something on them, I mean, the people would probably rob more because it would be relatively safe to assume that everybody has something precious on them. But on the other hand, would that really... Maybe it's just the intensity and the intimacy needed to get that sort of thing out of somebody is what's actually disturbing me, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, getting robbed and shot is one thing. Getting robbed and shot and your throat slit open is quite another. That's a really interesting idea, though. Like, thought has been put in there.
He's delirious. In pain. We have to find him.
He's delirious.
Can't remember if this is the right way. There's enemies.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's the wrong way. Darn it. Oh wait, maybe not.
But it's kind of like, in a helpful way. It's like what people did with cyanide pills, you know? Where you have a false tooth.
Maybe this is the way down to end the level, not to actually win.
Olo points out it wouldn't be your throat being torn open, it'd be your abdomen because the pouch sits next to the stomach. Which is true. But for any noob, you know, it's like, you swallowed it? Okay.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, like, your esophagus, there's a couple of different ways that you could get to it. The most easily accessed one would be if you slit it, like, just above the rib cage. Just underneath the rib cage, because that's where the stomach does sit, as you mentioned. But then, like, if you're in a hurry and you want to get to the area where it is naturally, because like if you're gonna
Wait, how do you get things out naturally again?
with a pouch like that,
Yeah, with a
you'd
pouch.
regurgitate them.
Okay, so every time you go through airport security,
You just make sure whatever's in there's not metal, and you're good.
That's true.
They'll just have to have crack cocaine monitors or something.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, like, because the pouch is accessed via swallowing, if someone wants to just get straight in through the esophagus,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the person's gonna be dead anyway if you slit their throat or their abdomen. So it's like you can go in and just shove your fist down their esophagus and find the pouch that way, or you can try and dissect them and find it that way.
Let's change the subject.
I'm having fun.
I guess it makes sense because we're
Well, I mean,
playing this game here. You know, it's like it's zombies, but I'm like, I'm getting too much.
You're getting too much? Okay. Nurse Hannah is just like, yeah, this is how it would happen.
I can handle almost anything in Singularity.
Faceplant says a device to create a pocket dimension would be better and safer, more secure, and if someone terminated you, they would not necessarily have access if the device was keyed to your password protected, also not detectable. Yes, we're thinking organs, not synthetic. This is something that you would be born with, and it would grow with you. I mean, the part of me that is like thinking organic survivability thing, it would be something that would make aquatic life easier.
His vitals are fading. Please, Chief, hurry.
I'm so glad I lived.
Hmm.
Oh,
And
do you
it-
know what I forgot? This is a unlimited enemy thing.
Hmm. So you just need to hurry, Chief, hurry.
Oh no! I
Oh,
didn't
you
switch
switched
back-
it.
I didn't switch back far enough, but fast enough. They upgraded the sounds for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No human life signs detected. The captain, he's one of them.
It looks
We
so
can't let the
good
plug
though.
get off this ring. You know what he'd expect. What he'd want us to do.
Speaking of tearing things out of people's bodies,
We should go.
she sounds so upset.
We need to get back to the
I
pillar of
mean,
honor.
shouldn't
Let's
she?
go back to the
Yeah.
shuttle bay and find a ride.
I'm just used to her being heard. I am Cortana, and I'm talking, and I'm talking, and I have the same cadence every single time I'm saying anything, you know? Faceplant, that last one, it's like an addition to the lymphatic system, perhaps, where it's like over time you build up a special store of antibiotics, perhaps? Yeah.
It's really hard to think about this stuff and like come up with a decent answer in my head because
We need to get back to the pillar of honor. Let's go back to the shuttle bay and find a ride.
sorry, just a second.
You're fine. Most systems in the human body have a redundant backup just in case something happens to the main systems. That's why we have 2 kidneys. Most people can survive without segments of their pancreas, you know. There's lots of things. Like, the human body is built to be able to take a beating and still survive.
My main desire with Anyway, I don't know, the human body is just like, it has so many redundant systems. It works so well. If you treat it right, it'll usually work pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's obviously exceptions. So my desire, if I were able to add something that could add an ability to me, it would be a way to absorb information faster.
Mm-hmm.
Faster than reading, faster than audio. If I could like somehow transfer a book into my head, then it would be very interesting to be able to access that information. Not that processing would happen instantly, it's just I could read it and have exact text, going
Right.
through my head.
That is a good point. Like, it's kind of the only place we have left to go at this point, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously tons of ways we could augment our body.
It'll hold.
We're not gonna make it.
We'll make it.
Pull up. Pull up.
But I'm a healthy person, so I don't think about how my body doesn't work, you know?
What was that last point? I'm sorry, they're banter.
So when I'm playing, I can't think.
This is
And
a
when
movie.
stories
I'm
going
watching.
on, I can't.
From there, we can use the captain's neural implants to initiate an overload of the ship's fusion engines. The explosion should damage enough systems below it to destroy the ring.
I do go down there. Okay.
Olo says he'd like to see an echolocation ability, but then that's because he's practically blind. Yeah. It's like if all of the... This is a rarity now, but if all of the systems within an individual's body are functioning correctly, there's very little need for more. But like I said, that's not always the case anymore. Very rarely is the case anymore.
Where's the shotgun? There it is.
You knew it was coming.
Well, I saw somebody shot at me already, and I killed them.
I can see echolocation being really annoying if your children are trying to figure out how to use it, though. They already screech enough as it is.
Yeah.
The bridge. We made it. Let's get to work.
Some sort of enhanced visual thing might be cool, though. I don't think night vision is necessary, but something.
Because we can mostly see in the dark.
View screen.
And if we can't, we can invent something to help us see in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
I leave home for a few days and look what happens. This won't take long. There. That should give us enough time to make it to a lifeboat and put some distance between ourselves and Halo before the detonation.
I'm afraid that's out of the question, really.
Oh, hell.
Ridiculous that you would imbue a warship's AI with such a wealth of knowledge. Weren't you worried it might be captured or destroyed?
He's in my data arrays, a local tab.
You can't imagine how exciting this is to have a record of all of our lost time. Human history, isn't it? Fascinating.
It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah. It finds out where Earth is. I guess she doesn't know where it is in her head.
Every moment of its
Maybe.
civilization. To think that you would destroy this installation as well as this record. I am shocked. Almost too shocked for words.
He stopped the self-destruct sequence.
Why do you continue to fight us, Reclaimer? You cannot win. Give us the construct, and I will endeavor to make your death relatively painless and
At least I still have control over the comm channels.
Where is he?
I'm detecting taps throughout the ship. Sentinels, most likely. As for the monitor, he's in engineering. He must be trying to take the core offline. Even if I could get the countdown restarted, I don't know what to do.
How much firepower would you need?
misplaced grenade, perhaps, but why?
I have a plethora.
Okay, I'm coming with you. Chief, Sentinels.
Where did he pull that grenade from, and where did it go?
That special pouch next to his stomach.
It's behind him.
The ship was heavily damaged when it crashed. Head to the cryogen. We should be able to...
Again, faceplant, that's not organic.
Gosh, dang it, it's another one of those. Crap.
You let him through!
Once you get through the door, you're good.
Yeah. Nice, Olo. You're quick on your toes today.
What?
Faceplant had said, how about an AI that has no ability to reproduce, but it lives in your head? It would help keep you alive and process information. Olo says, I think some people have that. It's called schizophrenia. Yeah, I don't think that I would enjoy that, having something else in my head. It's just... It's hard enough having my own thoughts working against me. If I have some other entity in my head, especially an AI where it's like, oh, it's the smart one, I'm just a stupid meatbag, you know?
Right. This is an engineer. It's not. I have to go upstairs.
This ain't the armory.
Go this way. I forget where I should go.
Can the installations talk to each other?
I don't think the monitors cannot talk to each other.
Okay.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be alone. Right?
I don't know. I mean, each monitor has to take care of their installation.
Yeah, but they're so.
Oh, you mean he wouldn't be lonely?
Yeah, if you
Right.
could talk to the other installations. I think I'm. Oh, here it is.
We use the flashlight so infrequently, I always forget that it's a thing.
Beautiful.
Oh, cool.
Having what?
Seen it in both remastered and classical.
Oh.
I'm amazed at how many bullets this thing can hold.
Oh, come on. Okay. Once again.
Yeah. Polo says, I don't think those sentinels are very good at destroying active flood. Definitely not. Oh, hello. Oh, cloaked flood.
Yeah, it's like the only time they show up in the game. It's right here. I am close, but I'm still not going the right way. I think it's this way. Looks right. Yes.
Cutscene incoming.
Engine room located. We're here. Alert. The monitor has disabled all command access. We can't restart the countdown. The only remaining option is to detonate the ship's fusion reactors. That should do enough damage to destroy Halo. Don't worry, I have access to all of the reactor schematics and procedures. I'll walk you through it. First, we need to pull back the exhaust couplings. That will expose a shaft that leads to the primary fusion drive core. Good! Step 1 complete. We have a straight shot into the fusion reactor. We need a catalyst explosion to destabilize the magnetic containment field surrounding the fusion cells. Use an explosive. I recommend a grenade or rocket. If you run out of explosives, there is an armorer station located near the engine room's entrance. Analyzing. Fusion reactor number 1 destabilizing. Use explosives on the other 3 reactors. That should be enough to trigger a wildcat explosion of the engines.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh wait, no. The shortcut's in the middle. And it's too late because I didn't do it right.
Oh well.
It's also the wrong spot. I guess I'm going down. That's okay. There's some people who really know how to do this quick. No,
Yeah.
I already went to this side. I have to go to the other side. Everybody, we will get to the end together.
It's coming, it's coming, it's alright, it's fine.
I thought it was going to be tricky. Be able to jump on top of that and then get up there, but I'm not that good.
But we love you anyway.
Why do you continue to ignore your task?
Nice.
Keep it up. Only one more fusion reactor to go.
That did it.
That did it. The engine's gone critical. Based on the current rate of decay, we should have 15 minutes to get off the ship. Don't have much time.
Where do I go?
Move outside and signal for evac.
Over
Accessing
there?
schematics. There's a service lift at the top of the engine room. It leads to a class
The
7
top
service
of the
corridor
engine
that
room?
runs along the ship's dorsal structure. Hurry!
Guilty Spark was still hacked into Cortana though, so shouldn't he have been able to know what we were going to do and be like, you know what, I'll just shut down the ship.
Well, he was accessing her data arrays, So that doesn't necessarily mean that
The active communication was.
the active communication or her actual memory. I don't know. It really depends on how the pseudoscience creates AIs. Because I could see him copying her memory,
Right.
but not her actual thoughts.
Kaboom, kaboom. Nice.
Cortana to Echo 419. Come in, Echo 419. Roger, Cortana. En route, 555. The Pillar of Autumn's engines are going critical, Bowhammer. Request immediate extraction. Approach the crash site and be ready to pick us up at External Access Junction 4C as soon as you get my signal. Affirmative. Echo 419 going on station. Echo 419 to Cortana. Things are getting noisy down there. Everything okay? Negative, negative. We have a Wildcat destabilization of the ship's fusion core. The engines must have sustained more damage than we thought.
Analyzing. We have 6 minutes before the fusion drives detonate. We need to evac now. Activating final countdown timer. When it reaches 0, the engines will detonate. The explosion will generate a temperature of almost 100 million degrees. Don't beat when it blows.
See if I can do this without dying.
Boing. Should we take bets?
No.
Poll, here we go. Good evening, Rack. Good to see you. Just in time for the finale.
So this thing right here.
Oh.
Pretty sure. I think it's this way. Yeah. Cuts a lot of time off. I think it cuts a whole section off. Which is great for speed running, but I'm not speed running.
Yeah, I mean, then the numbers are moving now, so.
Yeah.
Whee! It's not the needlers that'll kill ya. It's your
Not
driving.
at all.
Olo says $10, says he makes it first run.
Wait, stop. This is where Bowhammer is coming to pick us up. Hold
I don't have to
position here.
stop, but we have to pay respects.
Oh my goodness.
Cortana to Echo 419. 2 Covenant Banshees are approaching on your 6. Evade. Say again, evade. I'm hit. Mayday. Mayday.
Oh.
I can't hold her. I can't hold her.
She did.
Echo 419! She's gone. Calculating alternate escape route. Ship's inventory shows 1 longsword fighter is still docked in Launch Bay 7. If we move now, we can make it.
Olo says, don't fail me now.
Who took the bet? There's another one.
Nice. You want better life savings?
Not at all.
What was it that we were... I joked about that first time with you. We were in the kitchen, I can't remember.
Chief, up ahead, there's a gap
And then you
in the
won.
top speed. We should be able to clear it.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Okay, I should make it. I should make it.
Woo! You made it!
Oh man, that kills me every time.
You clench up.
That's the ship. Move! We need to get aboard now!
Pseudo says my ears were burning. Was someone talking pseudoscience? We were indeed.
Oh,
You did it!
We did
it! Olo wins the bet!
he's like, thank you, Olo, for the 10 bucks.
After he makes partner, I'll give him $10. It's a nice looking ship. Hey Zori, good to see you. She says Halo will always be her favorite.
Yeah. Nobody has one-upped the gameplay. Everybody's refined on it, sure, but nobody's one-upped it.
Shut them down. We'll need them later.
— 100 million degrees. Are we far enough? Yes, I meant affiliate, not partner. And Zori also says that nobody's one up to the story either.
Yeah. You would have thought Bungie could have done it with, like, Destiny.
Nope.
Not even close. Because it's not accessible to everybody.
Scanning. Just dust and echoes. We're all that's left. We did what we had to do for Earth. An entire Covenant armada obliterated, and the Flood. We had no choice. Halo, it's finished.
No. I think we're just getting started.
There's a bug where they have two soundtracks playing at the same time.
Oh yeah. And Zori says, before the ridiculousness of 4-5, etc., once Bungie was no longer in charge. Meh.
Yeah. I liked 4 well enough.
Mm-hmm. And then they say that Mass Effect is pretty top tier as well.
Yeah.
I know there's so many games. It's okay. Appreciate it, Zori. Thanks. Brits. Okay, so next time we're doing 2. Next
Yep.
time we're playing. Next time you feel like
Yeah.
playing with
It might be a
me.
while, but yeah, we'll go on to 2.
So the real question is, do I back this up to YouTube? Because I have 4 backed up. I don't think I've published it yet, but I have 4 backed up.
You can if you want.
But
I mean,
mm.
I'm just having fun.
But yeah, Zori, I get the frustration and the use of the language in that context. Oh, this was fun. I love the kind of conversations that get struck up.
Yeah.
It was like half the stream was talking about guts.
Yeah, I'm excited to play Halo 2. These games look amazing.
Yeah. 2 is the one where they remastered it, right?
Yeah, they remastered it, I guess. I don't know what they call it because they redid like all the graphics.
Yeah.
But they kept all the voices and stuff. They updated quite a bit of stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of wish they would have done that for
Like,
Mass Effect.
yeah.
Like redone all the graphics and just kept everything the same, just redid the graphics.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
could probably run the audio portion on a smartphone, you know.
Yeah. There they are? What? I just saw something about the remaster?
Oh, yeah. On May 14th, they come out.
Oh,
The
okay.
Legendary Edition.
Nice. Yes. I don't know. I would consider remastering, just making the graphics what they are, because the voice acting, like if you get somebody else to act, it's like
No. Keep all the voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, like the story, exactly the same. Just rip out all the old effects, you know. They've done a lot to upgrade it, and I'm sure it'll look great.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen some of it and it looks great, but I don't know. I hope they eventually do more.
Yeah.
Because it's like, for me, that game is like Star Wars for me.
Yeah.
It's that good in my head.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not perfect, but it's just good enough. At least the main trilogy is good enough where I really enjoyed it.
And the story like goes along well enough and is believable enough that it works through all 3 games. Whereas like some other games, it's like the lore doesn't quite go together, and it's like bits and pieces of things, and things kind of conflict. I'm thinking mostly like what are they called? The jump off a tower into a hay bale. What is it? Assassin's Creed. You know, where it's like you've got these different games and they're not really connected in any way other than this is how you're doing this, and you're doing this other thing now. You know?
It's gotten more coherent, but it's not as good as it could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I happened upon the first Mass Effect like a couple months after it came out. I just looked at it. I was looking at games at Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I guess I've never played an RPG before, but people love them. It was Legend of Dragoon was the only one I'd ever witnessed before that. And I was like, that was a cool game. So my first RPG on my own was Mass Effect, and I was just blown away. So it will always hold a special spot in my heart, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, for me, I was a Nintendo brat, and so being exposed to anything with a story other than collect 151 stars and then you get a piece of cake from the princess, you know, it's like there's stories to these things, you know.
The people I used to play with, watch them be on your stream. The people I used to play with used to cry anytime they died or had difficulty completing something.
Yeah.
And they played the N64, and I had an N64,
but it
was like it really
because-
just turned me off to the whole thing because I would end up there all the time and they would just cry. Mm-hmm. And they were older too. Like they're not like young kids. They were like 9 to 11, I guess.
Yeah. So it was
it was bad.
Kind of sad. But yeah, I'm planning on streaming them too. But I might wait a couple of months before I do, just because everybody else is going to be streaming them at the same time. And I mean, as Faceplant pointed out before, it's like when everybody's doing it, it's not that fun.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I'm totally fine for waiting because it will be buggy. We all know BioWare. The
Well.
B in BioWare stands for bugs.
Bugs in our wonderful. I don't know. Atrocious. No.
A in our wonderful.
Nope.
Anyway, let's talk about Mass Effect more.
Yeah.
With Halo music playing.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Looks like Splitsy and Capek are on. They're both playing Valheim. Well, maybe we'll just end here then. Thanks, guys, for being here. Thanks, babe, for playing with me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for playing.
Yeah, I played the whole game.
I was just watching, and it was a lot of fun. So thanks, guys, for being here. And we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Mayhem. Bye!